Hi, this is TJ with Piano Clubhouse, and today I'm going to show you how to play Lean on Me by Kirk Franklin. It starts in the key of F and ends up in the key of C. So the key of F has one accidental, it has B flat, so the scale is F, G, A, B flat, C, D, E, and back to F. Alright, so the introduction. Simple enough. So the left hand is just going to be pulsating on the F and the C. Right hand is going to be switching back and forth between an F major chord, F A C, and a F suspended, F B flat C. And you're kind of playing around with the melody in between those chords. Okay, so it's suspended, back to the one chord, okay, so I'm just kind of playing around with the arpeggios of the chord as well as with the melody. Alright, so let's move, that's the introduction. And then it starts out with the verse. So the verse, left hand is going to be F is your primary bass note. Again, you can play your fifth, which is the C, and it kind of help fill in the chord a little bit. Right hand will start on the F major chord, the one chord, F A C. Throw in that G if you want. I'll call this the one chord from now on. Next, left hand is going to move up from F and C over to G and D. G is your primary bass note. This D is your fifth. It's optional, but it again makes it sound a little better. The right hand is going to this 4 chord, which is your B flat major chord, F, B flat, and D. And I'm throwing in this A, which makes it a B flat major 7. Okay, so this is what I'll call my 4 chord from now on. Again, try to memorize these chords so I can just call them out by their quick name as opposed to spelling out the letter each time. Okay, so starts out 1 chord over F and C, 4 chord over G and D. Next, left hand moves up again to A and E. Right hand I'm going to G, C, F, which is it can be a F sus2, where it's a suspended chord with the G here, F, G, C. But I have it in a different inversion where the F is up here at the top instead of down here. G, C, F. And I like to call this chord my 2-5-1 chord because it's the second note of the scale, the fifth note of the scale, and the first note of the scale. It's not an official name of a theory chord, and it's not to be confused with the 2-5-1 progression. But again, I call it the 2-5-1 because it's quick to say, and it's the second note of the scale, fifth note, and first. Okay, so 2-5-1 from now on will be G, C, F. Second note, fifth note, and first note. Okay, so from the beginning, 1 chord over F, 4 chord over G and D, 2-5-1 over A and E. Instead of A and E, let's move this up to F. Okay. Next, G major over B, G, B, D, with that, add that second note, which is A. Left hand will be on B. Left hand now goes down to B flat. Right hand, you were on G. Everything's going to move to the left to F, G, B flat, and D flat. This is, I believe, a G half diminished chord. Okay. Let's see. go to the 2-5-1 over A again. Left hand's going to continue down to A flat. Right hand will go to F, A flat, B, and D. And then 4 chord over G, 2-5-1 over A, 4 chord over B flat. Then we have the F suspended chord, F, B flat, C over C. Okay. And then, okay. All right, so let's go from the intro to that point. Let's go ahead and start the verse right here. G major over B, G half diminished over B flat, 2-5-1 over A, walk it up, it repeats, second time is just like the first. Now the second time, that walk up that I just did it's a little bit different. The first time it went G, and I'm looking at left hand now, G, A, B flat, C, and then back to the beginning. The second time through the verse, it goes G, A, B flat. There's a new chord added here. Left hand goes to B. Right hand, we typically would do the G major here. Do that. Go ahead and do the G major over the B and throw this F at the top. And then we end up on the C in the left, suspended in the right. Okay, so that's the whole verse. Let's go back to that second ending one more time. G major. Then we go to the chorus. So the chorus, pretty much same chords. We're going to be using the same chord that we've been doing in the verse and the intro. We're just kind of altering the order a little bit. So the chorus, just like the verse. On the verse, we stayed right here on the A. We stayed there for a little bit longer. On the chorus, we keep walking up. F, 4 chord over G, 2-5-1 over A. Keep going up. 4 chord over B flat, suspended chord over C, and then it repeats. 4 chord over G, 2-5-1 over A. Now we go to that G major over B, and then do the walk down like we did before. This is just like the beginning of the verse. Okay, that's the chorus. Very similar to the verse, just a few slight changes, but the chords should all be familiar to you. One quick thing I want to show you while I'm here. Let's see.